Hello friends, it's Rob from the Spirit Safe. Another fine day, another Scotch single malt review. What we have today is something quite exciting. This is the 8-year-old Hazelburn from the Springbank distillery, triple distilled single malt Scotch whisky. Springbank is one of the most, probably the most traditional distillery in Scotland. They are constantly doing, it's basically a checklist of all of the things that a malt maniac, that a traditionalist would want to see. Springbank do every single one of those things. They are independently owned, they don't colour their whisky, they use worm tubs, they do every aspect of the production from malting to actually bottling the whisky, all themselves under one roof. It makes them totally unique. They're unique in so many different ways. They produce Springbank single malts, and they produce under the Hazelbank brand as well. Hazelbank was a very old distillery in the same area, just up the road from Springbank, which shut down a long time ago. I bought this. This is made in very limited quantities, by the way. I don't know why I'm showing you the carton rather than the bottle. This is made in very limited quantities, fewer than 6,000 bottles per run. It is sold out in the UK online retailers, but I found it here in Canada at an independent liquor store, and I consider myself very lucky to have found it. I paid 115 Canadian dollars for it, which is probably slightly over the odds, but Canada's crap for Scotch whisky in a way that I'll explain in another video. I'm sure I could probably fill a 20-minute video with the differences and what's good and what's bad in the Canadian market for Scotch. Young, 8 years old, unchill filtered, natural colour. Let's give it a go. By the way, this is for sale now at auctions in the UK for 30 quid. That's the hammer price. I was absolutely shocked at this because this is extremely good. It's incredible for its age as an 8-year-old. Nice natural colour. It's quite light, but for an 8-year-old, you know, you see 15, 18-year-old whiskies from bigger distilleries with caramel colouring to achieve that sort of colour. So this is obviously very good casks have been at play. On the nose there is a real new make spirit, but this isn't a bad thing because it's a rich new make spirit. Having actually tried new make spirit at a whisky festival given to me by one of the distillers' representatives, who said I shouldn't be giving you this, but there you go. It's an intriguing thing to try. There's definitely some of that here. It's a young whisky, but it's intriguing and very very nice, very robust. There's a robust, slightly sweet malt. There's a lot of vanilla in here. This is a white oak matured whisky. Pink lady apples. There's something fizzy and sherbety about this one. There's a verdant note, some hay and bracken, freshly clipped grass. Very very complex nose for an 8-year-old. Coffee, the white oak, bit of toffee, lot of vanilla. It really is intriguing, and if you leave this in the glass for 5 minutes, a lot more of the toffee, coffee, cocoa notes come out. Cinnamon, something creamy in there as well. Very complex note. Yeah, and on the palate is boisterous and young, but it's not obnoxious. It's not for beginners, and it's not really, it's not that approachable, but it's intriguing and very, very rewarding. If I could pick this up for 30 quid at auction, by the way, I'd be pleased as punch. Anyone living in the UK who can get this at a hammer price of less than £50, you'd be mad not to. I think it's very, very worth buying and rare, but not absurdly collectible. So you're not paying in the hundreds and hundreds of pounds for it. There's something very creamy, like rhubarb and custard sweets. There's more of that apple. And on the finish, it's dry and slightly dry and peppery. I would not give this to a beginner. In fact, I'm probably not going to share it, to be honest, because I won't get another bottle. It's not for the beginner. It's a bit too boisterous, but for somebody who wants to see what very good malt, what very good distillation and a bit of age in very, very good casks can do, this is fantastic. The quality of spirit is second to none. The quality of maturation is what you might expect from a 15 or 18-year-old elsewhere. And the fact that Springbank Distillery do absolutely everything that the traditionalists want them to do, they're well worth supporting. Seek out the Hazelburn if you can find it. Seek out the Springbank brand 10-15 year. Do everything you can, I think, to support this distillery, which I will do, even though I pay a very high premium for it in Canada because it's not stocked by the government store. I will continue to seek this out. I still don't think I've done justice to the nose on this, by the way. This review's slightly disjointed. I'm doing it in a real hurry because I've got to have a tooth out tomorrow. I can hear it rotting in my mouth. And after that comes out, I won't be able to drink alcohol for 2 or 3 days. So I'm doing this in a hurry on a Friday evening. The list of things that I've found on the nose here, very, very long. Shoe polish, not a bad shoe polish, a decent kiwi shoe polish. Toasted almonds, cream, sherbet, pink lady apples, hint of wood char, new make spirit, robust malt, coffee, tobacco, oak, toffee, hay, bracken, vanilla, honey, cinnamon, rhubarb and custard sweet. That should give you a good, this is very hastily written down, that should give you a good indication of the complexity that's going on here. Honeyed and sweet in the finish, slightly dry and peppery. Lot of complexity for a young malt. Highly recommended if you can get your hands on it. I think I've gone on for long enough. Thank you very much, and I'll see you again soon.